Here's how I'm using generative AI to track and compare blood test results ahead of my first men's physique natural bodybuilding competition. Now, I want to get as lean and muscular as possible for the competition, but I don't want to sacrifice my health. So I've been getting regular blood tests done through Labcorp. Now, these tests are wonderful, but they come in PDF format, which makes it hard to compare them over time, as well as do additional analysis. So I have this very simple dashboard. Here's me from a blood test I took at the end of October in comparison to one from the end of November. And I'm tracking my total testosterone, free test. And then I have a little metric and check I set up in Dataiku to see if my free test ratio is out of line. Now, just briefly summarizing my personal health information, total testosterone is quite low in both tests. But what's interesting here, the insight is that my free test doubled and is actually, in this case, closer to the normal range or ratio. We want about 2% of free test in comparison to total test. So I have this little dashboard now and I can get this quick comparison. Here's how I built it. So I jumped into Dataiku and I just dropped in the PDFs for my lab test. So I have a couple months of tests here. Then I needed to parse this and actually get into a usable format. PDFs are great, and I can use one of Dataiku's OCR tools to extract the information. This on its own is useful, but it's not in a spreadsheet format or a clean table. So insert the LLM. I go into our prompt studio and I say, hey, given the following blood test results that have been extracted from the PDF, what I want is a structured format. In my case, I like JSON, and I can get back that data. And then further, we need to clean this up a little bit because it's going to come out of in this JSON structure. I got to do some processing. Dataiku has visual tooling that helps me do all of this. So I end up with a really nice clean data set. And then finally, for these metrics and this data that I want to do some analysis on, I can build these directly into my data set. So every time I rebuild this, I can go ahead and check to see, is my range or is that value within the range that I'm expecting on top of the values I'm already getting from Labcorp? So to quickly summarize, doing this silly competition, I'm going to be spray tanned and look even more ridiculous than normal. But at least as I'm looking over my blood test results leading up to this and post, I'll be able to analyze them quickly, easily inside of Dataiku, thanks to tools like OCR and generative AI, even if the analysis at the end of the day is just basic math.